How are we all? Good? How many of you would like to know how to engage your audience, make yourself memorable, and have people going out there after hearing your 40 seconds and referring business to you? Anyone? Yeah? Excellent. Good. Now, before I get started, I'm just going to tell you a little story. Last month now, I actually went to New Zealand. Me and my lovely hubby Chris, we went on our little holiday. And we're not going to talk about the Rugby World Cup or any other reason why I may have gone, but that's okay. And part of our holiday, we did a little road trip. And we went from Dunedin to Queenstown. Now, has anybody actually done that kind of trip, know the area? It's pretty beautiful, huh? Yeah? So as we were driving from Dunedin up to Queenstown, my husband was driving. Now that's because he's the worst passenger, not because he's the best driver. Let me just get that one clear. But as we're driving, literally every 2 minutes, he's stopping, getting out of the car, quite dangerous in some places, taking a photo because it was beautiful, getting back in the car, driving. And again, 2 minutes later, out of the car, taking a photo. After we'd gone a little bit further, it was only at the lookouts. So when it was a specific lookout, he'd get out, take a photo, get back in the car, drive on. A little bit further along again, he would stop at the lookout, but this time he wasn't getting out of the car. He's sticking the camera out of the driver's window and taking the photo, okay? Then as we drive even further, he says, I'm not even going to take any more photos. It is all so magnificent. I could take a photo every 2 seconds, but I'm not going to. However, the following day, we then drove up to Lake Tekapo. And those of you that have done that, there's a few nods there. Isn't it beautiful? Now, the water in Lake Tekapo and the water surrounding Lake Tekapo is this amazing aqua colour. It's like nothing else I've ever seen on Earth because of the rock flour and the dust that's coming down out of the mountains. So at that point, he starts taking photos again because it's so amazing and stands out. And as I'm watching this progression over these 2 days, I'm thinking this is very much like when we're networking and we're needing to do our elevator pitch. We're all magnificent. We all have great businesses. We all have a business that everyone deserves to know about. However, we can get lost in that sea of greatness. Now, do you think that 6, 12, 18 months down the track, when we're looking back at this holiday, that we're going to remember every individual mountain? Probably not. But we are going to remember the places that stood out enough for us to take photos. And what you want to do through your 40 seconds is have people in their mind's eye taking that photo so that they remember you. So let's get into how we might do that. What do you guys think is the purpose of your elevator pitch? To sell?
Product awareness.
Product awareness. So great.
Get attention.
Get attention, okay? Absolutely, but the main purpose of your elevator pitch is to start a conversation. If you actually get a sale out of your 40 second, it is a byproduct and is quite unusual just from that 40 seconds. But what you want people to do is at the end of your 40 seconds, you want people saying, I need to talk to you, I need to know more about what you do, I need to build that relationship, because that's what's going to lead to repeat business and repeat referrals. So what we're going to do is have a look at how you might stand out and be able to start that conversation. Sound good?
Yeah.
So you may have heard me say before that there's 4 elements to any kind of presentation. You need to tell people why you want them to listen, what you're going to talk about, how they can do it or how it applies, and what they need to do if they want more information. Today we're going to look at a few more specifics around that. So when you tell people why they should listen to you, what so many of us do when we're asked what we do, we put ourselves in a box. I am a business coach, I am an IT person, I am a financial planner. And I'm going to give you a little phrase which will compel people to listen to you and not put you in that box. And what that phrase is, I help, insert your certain group of people in your target market who want or need your solution. Okay? So I help a certain group of people who want or need a certain solution. So for myself, I help small business owners who want more customers to improve their networking skills. Okay? And that's a lot more compelling than saying I'm a business coach. Would you agree? So that's your why. That will get people listening to you. When you talk about what it is that you do, hands up who here could explain everything about their business inside 90 seconds? No, none of us. You reckon? Okay, we had a 10-minute conversation over here before, Ken, and I still don't believe that I know everything about your business. None of us can explain our business in 40, 60, 90 seconds, so don't even try. It is better to give us one thing that we go out and remember than lots of things that we won't. I'm sure we've all been to events, and obviously not here this morning, but we've all been to events where we've heard 20 people give us 10 things that they do. And by the end of it, your brain's scrambled because the accountant said they can do tax, they can do personal, they can do BAS, they can do budgeting, they can do blah, 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 blah. The lawyers told you they can do contract law, employment law, criminal law, family law, blah, blah. Your brain is about ready to explode by the end of it, or mine is. It may just be me, but I don't think so. So tell people one thing that you do and give them a really good reason to then want to carry on that conversation. So in a 60 seconds, Ken can talk about the reason that you might need a suspension if you're towing something, which was the conversation that we had. In 60 seconds, he's not going to talk about new car specifications, towing, kids and dog in the back, all of those types of things, which are the different areas that he does. So in 60 seconds, 40 seconds, 90 seconds, he can give me insight into one of those and then tell me to go and ask the question. That makes sense? Yeah. Okay, cool. And there's a really good phrase. I'm going to give you 3 magic words that you may want to write down. And the 3 magic words are, did you know? If you say, did you know, people will sit up and listen. You could say, did you know the sky is blue? And people will still listen more than if you said the sky is blue. And the reason for that is our unconscious doesn't like unanswered questions. So no matter what else you're doing and how distracted you are and what else you're looking at, if you hear at an unconscious level someone say, did you know? You sit up and go, okay, do I know this, or is this something I need to know? So add in those 3 magic words and what you do will be, again, more compelling and more memorable. Then you get into the how that you do it. So how does this work for you, for people? How does this happen? A great thing to do in your elevator pitch is to introduce a very short case study or testimonial. How has this worked for someone else? 2 great reasons for that. It gives people something to relate to so that they can see how it might work for them. And also it gives social proof that other people think that you're worth doing business with. Okay? So that's a really good way of introducing how it works. Because some people just like to know the nuts and bolts. They like to get stuck in. And you must give people the information as to how they can find out more information from you. So in a longer presentation, you do questions. In an elevator pitch, you can't, but you do still need to give people the opportunity to find out more, okay? So who wants to see this in action? Anyone?
Yeah.
Now here's one I prepared earlier, and this is a key, preparing your elevator pitch and practicing it to get it right and in the amount of time. My name's Ruth Thirtle, and my business is Your Abundance Now. I help small business owners to get more customers through improving word-of-mouth marketing and networking skills. Did you know that 93% of businesses rely on word-of-mouth for new customers, yet only 3% have a strategy? I help people to develop that strategy and get better results. One of my clients has said to me that with the skills that she's learnt, she is now going to get value and business every time that she networks, consistent, ongoing results. If you know someone that wants more clients, make sure you see me afterwards to find out about our free business strategy sessions. I'm Ruth Thirtle from Your Abundance Now. Your success is my business. And do you know how many times I had to go over that on the way here today? Probably about 10 or 15. You don't just wing an elevator pitch to get it right, okay? So are there any questions on that? Cool, okay. So just 3 things for you to remember going forwards. Practice is the key. Specificity of what you do is king. And did you know will get people listening. Have fun, enjoy putting your elevator pitches together. And I really am hanging around later if you need to ask any questions, if you want to find out more about what it is that I do. Thank you very much.